Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir, and welcome back to Vampyr. We're in the West End, and we stumbled upon our childhood home. We're in Reed Manor, and it's been quite interesting to explore here. This is our old bedroom, I assume, where we once lived as a young boy, deciding that one day we'd become a doctor and heal everyone we met. Obviously, things didn't quite work out that way. We've bitten a few people now. But we found our mother in this mansion. Where is she? It's actually quite tragic. She's completely unravelled.
Sure visiting Italy is a good idea this time of the year.
Yeah, I don't know who she's talking to, but she's mad. She's Aubrey, that's it. That's our father, I believe, is dead. She's completely bonkers. She sees us, she recognises us, but I think she thinks we're a ghost or a spirit of some sort. It's actually really tragic, and if we weren't so sort of emotionally withdrawn, it may even bother us a little bit. But that's all good. What we're going to do is speak to the other people in this house. I think there could be like a maid or a butler or someone like that. And then we found a mysterious note left by our dad, inviting us on some sort of treasure hunt. It's really not the time for games, but we'll appease his memory, I guess. I kind of want to go in here. Oh, we can't. Shit, we should have taken our chance for shutting the door. Right, well, I'm guessing that's her room. I think this is Emily's room. Obviously, she's dead now. Back here was the library where we found the aforementioned note from our dad. So yeah, downstairs is where we'll go. This is a really cool place. I mean, I could definitely live here. It's a shame the house is just full of like a lot of sorrow at the moment. Right, is this like the pantry or something? Oh, it's actually almost a carbon copy of Lady Ashbury's home, or Elizabeth. So that's the front door. One of many entrances or exits, I think. Oh, that vase is not floating like the one in the library. Well, we can't go through there. How annoying. I can hear voices, but I don't know where they're coming from. It must be in this room. Yes, okay. This dude. Who are you?
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan, I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Oh, Avery, if only we could tell you. We've been busy killing our sister twice. It's the funny thing, after you buried her the first time, she sprang right back out the coffin. We had to put her back in. So Avery's our Alfred, I guess, right? Are you sick, Avery? No, you're not. I wonder if citizens in the West End are more likely to not be sick because the standards are better here. But let's learn more about you. My father addressed this letter to me. Yeah, this could be quite interesting.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
Oh right, so our dad's not dead. I keep forgetting, I'm not sure. It's been a bit cloudy on that front. I thought he might have been deceased. It seems like he just took off. He'd go out and get some cigarettes maybe, and never returned. Okay, right, well, he's a bit of a prankster. What else have we got? How is my mother? I mean, we'll ask Avery, but I can tell you that, Jonathan, she's not good.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Yep, that actually happened, because Emily put her under a spell to bring her to the funeral. She was going to bite her herself. But okay, and then she just left her alone on the streets.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
Are you sure she's not just like getting high or something? I mean, how are you not noticing that she's just wandering off at night? I think a break would actually be the perfect medicine. It must be very stressful being here, surrounded by constant reminders of her dead daughter and who she presumes to be dead son.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
What a cheery soul. I mean, you don't fancy meeting your nephews? If they've lost their mothers, your sisters? Okay, fine, you stay here, Avery. You're all about the money, aren't you?
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir. But your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
We didn't miss you, Avery. I don't know how I feel about you. You're alright, I guess. You're not quite the endearing butler I was hoping for, though. Can't we trade you in? Leave if you could. Yeah, go on, get out of here. I'll let you go, dude.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
Well, he really is loyal. You served this family excellently. I understand if you leave. Now, you are pretty loyal, even annoyingly so.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Consider it done, dude. Maybe we'll chuck you in the Thames. How's that sound?
You really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr.
Oh,
Johnson.
you bastard.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
My home is here. I really don't know. This is not my home anymore. I don't think it's your home anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't like to come back here.
This is not my home anymore. Too many bad memories. Too many tragedies. I believe we should sell it and move far from here.
I'm afraid selling the house would only lead to another tragedy. I beg you to reconsider your decision.
Fine. Well, we'll deal with that when we get to it, Avery. I think that's enough of you now, right? Yeah. Okay.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Stop barking orders at us. And I've got to be not being funny, Avery. I mean, I'm all for like a little rest now and then, but shouldn't you be like butlering? That's it. There we go. That's better. Thank God. You better earn your keep, dude. You're stealing a living. You missed the spot, Avery. Can we play the piano? We got a hint there, which I think I'm gonna go back to our mother and talk about. But she's such a drag. She really is. I think we should just shack her up with Avery and be done with it. Can we search any of this stuff? I mean, we can search that over here. There we go. Plenty of medicine in the house. I suppose that's easily explained. Maybe Jonathan used to keep loads here when he was studying. I want a silver fork as well. Not bad. Okay, let's go back up. We need to find her though. She's locked herself in her room again. That's not great. There she is.
Aubrey, I'm not...
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already? Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you.
Oh, don't do that.
You shouldn't stay away for so long.
And you shouldn't stay awake for so long. Do you really think I neglected you?
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I'll protect you, I'm a threat to you, I don't belong here anymore. Yeah, I think we should just run away from all our problems. I don't want to commit to her. I won't protect you. In fact, I'm kind of thinking about biting you. But I don't belong here.
I wish I could stay here and take care of you, but I don't belong here anymore. My new home is an empty room, as cold as night and as red as blood.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Okay, well that's kind of sweet, maybe? About your family. Wait, we've done all this before. Oh, do you feel lonely here? So there's more hints. I am really tempted to bite her. That would be so fucked up. Like, it would be so sadistic. I'm so curious of what would happen if we killed and bit our own mother. That'd be mad. The temptation is really strong. But how much blood would we get? 750? No, let's do this.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames, and then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I lost my way, I was attacked. We was attacked, definitely.
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Not anymore, she's super dead. Wait, was that not the other hint? Because there's still one there to check and raise the blood quality. About your family. About father? Okay, yeah, let's hear what she's got to say about him.
Father seems to have left me some documents. Some sort of treasure hunt game. Do you know anything about them?
No, Johnny. But your father always loved to write these little games for you when you were a boy. Don't you remember?
No, I can't say I do.
I remember now. He used to post me these riddles, as though they were sent by a mysterious games master. I'd spend weeks trying to decipher them.
Your father was always so proud each time you found the answer. He was not just the serious, dour banker everybody thought he was.
I was proud too. How could I forget that?
The important thing is that you remember it now. I'll tell your father the next time I see him. He'll be so happy.
I don't think you've seen him in a long time, have you? And I don't think you will. So he was like, what, a secret Riddler? A Riddler wannabe?
Could Father have conceived some sort of final game for me before he left?
I really can't say, Johnny. Perhaps you should talk with Avery about that. He was your father's confidant, more than I.
Right, let's get away from our mother. She really makes me feel awkward.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Try to rest. Maybe try to wear something other than grey. Maybe let your hair down a little bit. I don't know. But, okay, let's get to it. I really want to find the second part of your father's testament. We're going out the front door this time. So it's a stable district. I mean, who is that over there? Is that a scout? Who the fuck is that over there? Holy shit, what a cool looking dude. Oh, that's Charlotte Ashbury. That's Elizabeth's daughter.
Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Wait, hang on. What was you... This place is the Ascalon Club? Let's check our map. Oh, no. It would be... here. It would be that huge building there. Wow, okay. Interesting. I'm actually a little bit overwhelmed of what to do. We could speak to the awesome cool hat and monocle guy. What does he sell here? Is it like a butcher's? A produce shop? Hello, dude.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Calhoun, come on, dude. You're not fooling anyone. That beard's stuck on, isn't it? Why are you pretending to be about 15 years older than what you really are? I can hear it in your voice. He's healthy, okay. Let's learn a bit about him then.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
Yeah, I mean, you being one of them. Have you looked in the mirror lately?
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
Yeah, keep calm and carry on and all that guff.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Okay, sure. Why don't your voice keep breaking in each sentence you say? Yeah, tell me about the West End. Any unsavoury characters we should look out for?
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
He sounds like a drunk wizard. Are you that blind, you say?
Are you that blind? I've seen hundreds of victims piled up in this city each week.
Mr. Reed, please. Why are you so angry? I did not mean anything by it.
Oh shit, we fucked up a hint there because we were just very rude to him. Oh well, we'll live. Give us your hat, dude. Wait, we can't do that either. Unless we can buy his hat off him. I'll check in a minute.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Yeah, definitely. I love a steak and kidney pie.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
I see you two are a man of culture. Where is this pie shop? We'll go bond over some pie and liquor.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Okay, we got a hint off you there. Oh, a surprise for London's lone gourmet. New investigation. Hell yeah. I love how you can just get quests out of the silliest of conversations.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
I mean, yeah, he's pleasant, but too much of him, I'm gonna fucking just run away, dive into the Thames. He can be very overbearing, I think.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Right, so what do you got?
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Good handle part. We need this sort of stuff. To upgrade weapons, for sure. We'll buy it all. What we got here? Clove essence. Salicin. Don't know what we could use that. Why not? We'll buy it. And we'll leave him there. Well, an interesting sack, but a sack all the same. And now I think... Oh, who are you? Oh, there's too much going on. So he's banging on the door. Charlotte's going nuts in the corner. I don't know who to approach first. We'll go with you because you're closer.
Don't let any strangers come into your house.
What are you doing?
Good evening, sir. May I have
Cool
your
scar.
attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Fuck yeah, Clarence, our oldest friend. Give me a war veteran's high five. How you doing? Oh, you got a migraine. Well, oh, we could we could suck our old best friend. Oh wait, you know what I mean. Suck his blood. Let's give you the medicine first of all.
Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
Take this,
What can
dude.
I
You
say?
feel better in the morning.
I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
Well, of course, he said he hasn't lost his old habits. Anyway, when did you return to London? How much action did you see? Is that a battle scar on your cheek? I don't think you meant to ask that sort of stuff, but anyway.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore.
What is it good for?
I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
Oh, you're on the hunt for vampires, I bet?
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny. I didn't want to sound selfish.
It's alright, Clarence, we'll forgive you. Now, are we going to have to kill you at some point?
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Shit. So, you're not a fan, I take it, Clarence. How is your wife? Alright, £100, she's dead.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other.
Okay, I'm not actually going to pay you £100.
Things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Oh, if only you knew, Clarence. There's so much we want to tell you.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Why are you the village idiot? What are you doing? Anyway, we haven't got a lot of hints left, Clarence, but it's lovely to catch up with you, dude. You're looking just the same as you were when you were a young boy. Kind of. That'd be creepy if you look like that as a young boy, but still.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Goodbye, dude. Now, let's quickly grab Charlotte, see if she'll lend us an ear.
Men die too in this war.
Oh, fucking hell. What's she shouting about?
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
She's pulling your
Don't
leg.
worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Econs. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. You're definitely your mother's daughter, and it is nice to meet you. I mean, the signs, would they be the fucking unholy bloodshot eyes and the weird vicarious veins gone over your face? Maybe? I think I said that V word wrong, not veins, the one before it, but still. Tell me about the neighbourhood. What do you do around here, instead of just winding me up?
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
It's very true. Why'd you have to wait 9 years? It's ridiculous.
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
Well, I had no idea that England was so behind compared to the rest of the world when it came to the women's vote.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are.
If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires.
We'll find her, don't worry.
I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Your secret's safe with us. I've got loads of quests to be getting on with.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
What's her deal? She's a huge tease. Stop bullying us. I don't like it.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Okay, but for now we're just trying to do vampire-y things.
Tell me about your adoption.
She's
What do you want to
adopted.
know?
Wait, really? She adopted? I mean, obviously I knew that her father is a not sort of... well, he's mixed race. Well, she's mixed race, but I didn't know that she was completely adopted.
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Yeah, I think she's got similar facial features to Elizabeth. Obviously her skin colour vastly differs, but I didn't know that that they weren't her biological parents.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Really? You thought she might be a vampire? I mean, my mum works nights, also I think. I mean, she could be a vampire.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously, and the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Yes, definitely us. No, we want to keep you on our good side.
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
I mean, she's very like Elizabeth in personality. She's exactly what I imagine Elizabeth was like when she was younger. Very flirty, very cheeky. Right, we've got loads of hints here.
Why do you still hope to become a vampire in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
I mean, would you even be that lonely if you hung around with a load of Econs as well?
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage, just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
Now. Stop this, Charlotte. Stop playing this game.
Stop playing this game at once, Charlotte. This is unworthy of you, of your mother, and of myself.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed. Please forgive me. That was stupid.
You're forgiven. Bridge under the water.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dared to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Be very weird. Never thought of all these different things. I'm enjoying speaking to Charlotte. She's quite interesting.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
Okay, sure. I wasn't expecting you to go into some weird name politics, but yeah, do you not trust your mother?
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
Oh god. Okay, well, I think we've got two very clashing points of views. Or maybe not even me. Her mother definitely does, and Jonathan's on Lady Ashbury's
Goodbye,
side.
Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
I say just let her become a vampire. What do we care? It's not our problem. But I can see why Lady Ashbury would think a lot more harder about it, seeing as she is her daughter. But anyway, it is nice to get to know the citizens excuse me, of the West End. We didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but next episode we will do. So if you enjoyed this Let's Play a Vampire, please go ahead and leave a like. It helps me out a great deal, and I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more, we're going to wrap up like the 3 investigations we've unlocked. That should be fun. Please go ahead and subscribe. I can bring that to you. Got any questions you want to raise? What do you think about Charlotte? Very interesting character. We need to be wary of her. I fear she may try and trick us into becoming a vampire. Let me know in the comments below, and I will make sure I get back to you. Alright? See you!